George, the giggling giraffe. Have you ever met someone who laughs at everything? George was that someone. A giraffe with a giggle so strange, so unstoppable, that no one knew what to do with him. Until the day everything went wrong. And George's laughter saved the day. George giggled at everything. George was a tall giraffe with a very big laugh. He giggled when it rained. He giggled when leaves fell. He even giggled when he sneezed. And when someone said, "Why are you laughing?" he giggled even more. The herd didn't get it. The other giraffes liked quiet. They stood still and stared into the distance like wise statues. George, he wobbled, snorted, and laughed at clouds shaped like bananas. "Honestly," sighed one elder, "what is wrong with that giraffe?" Trying to be serious. George tried to stop laughing. He bit his lip. He counted to 10. He even tried chewing on a stick. But then a butterfly landed on his nose and boom! He giggled so hard, he fell over. The herd was not impressed. The great giraffe, time out. One day, the elders had enough. "George," they said, "you are officially too loud, too silly, and too giggly." So George did the only thing he could. He politely giggled and wandered off to find somewhere to be himself. A funny tree on a hill. George found a crooked little tree on a hill. It looked like it had been laughing for years. Its branches stretched out like they were dancing mid-laugh. "This," George said, "is my kind of tree." And he giggled underneath it. Meeko the monkey. Suddenly, a monkey fell out of the tree with a plop. "Was that you giggling?" she asked, rubbing her head. George nodded. "Sorry, I laugh when I'm happy." Meeko blinked. "Then I guess I'm happy now, too," she said, and she giggled back. The Laughing Club. Meeko brought friends the next day. A zebra who snorted when she laughed, a porcupine who wheezed, and a sleepy antelope who chuckled in his sleep. They made a circle under the tree and called it the Laughing Club. George was the president. Giraffe gossip. Back in the herd, the elders were suspicious. "They're making noise. They're having fun. They're enjoying themselves." This was unacceptable. Fun was not on the official giraffe schedule. A very serious warning. At the strike of midnight, an old owl landed silently on the tree. "A storm is coming," she said, eyes shining. "Rain?" George asked. "No," the owl whispered. "Something worse. A hush. A heaviness. The kind that only one thing might fix." She didn't say what. She just flew off, leaving everyone silent and a little uneasy. Banned from the herd. The next morning, the elders made an announcement. No more giggling, no more laughing, no more silliness of any kind. George was officially banned again. So he shrugged, smiled, and walked back to his laughing tree. Night falls, and trouble comes. That night, the plains were still, too still. A pack of laughing hyenas crept through the grass. They wore leafy disguises and fake mustaches. "Quiet," one whispered. "No giggling!" But another let out a snort. "Shh," hissed the leader. They were up to no good, but holding in laughter was harder than sneaking. George senses something silly. George saw the fake mustaches. One hyena tripped and landed face first in a cactus. George tried to be serious. He really did, but it was just too much. He giggled. Then he roared with laughter. The laughter heard around the plains. George's giggle echoed across the grasslands. It bounced off trees, rocks, and even one confused flamingo. The whole savannah woke up. Is that George? Is he laughing again? Yes, and thank goodness. Panic and prickles. The hyenas panicked. They ran into each other. One shouted, "Retreat! The laughing giraffe knows we're here." Another yelled, "He's using laughter as a weapon!" And just like that, they were gone. George saves the day. By morning, the herd had gathered. "George," they said, "your giggle, it saved us." George blushed. "Well," he said, "I always knew laughter was powerful. I just didn't know it could defeat an army of hyenas." A celebration like no other. That night, the giraffes threw the first ever giraffe comedy festival. George was the host. There were funny dances, terrible puns, and a beetle who told knock-knock jokes. Everyone laughed so hard they forgot to be serious. The tree gets a name. They named the tree the Giggling Tree. Animals from all over came to sit under it and share funny stories. No one sat still anymore. Even the elders giggled, though they pretended it was a cough. The first laughing night. Once a month, on the full moon, they held Laughing Night. Everyone brought a joke, a story, or a silly dance. It became the most peaceful night of the month. Even the grumpiest animals started to giggle in their sleep. A tiny giraffe with a big question. One day, a young giraffe asked, "George, is it okay to be weird?" George smiled. "It's more than okay," he said. "It's wonderful. The world needs more weird, joyful, giggly giraffes, especially ones like you." The giraffe with a gift. George never stopped laughing. He giggled when it rained and when it didn't. He giggled when leaves blew by and when cookies fell on the ground. Every giggle made someone's day a little brighter. A message in the wind. Sometimes, when the wind blows through the savannah, you can hear a soft chuckle. Animals stop and smile. "Is that George?" they whisper, and they giggle, just in case he's listening. Still, the funniest giraffe around. Years later, George still lives near the Giggling Tree. He's taller, wiser, and even funnier than before. He's the giraffe who made laughter cool again, and he'll never stop giggling, not for anyone. The tree grows with every laugh. The giggling tree grows not from water or sun, but from joy itself. Each laugh becomes a leaf, each smile a blossom. Some say it listens for the sound of wonder. Others believe it grows to hold the weight of happiness. Whatever the truth, One thing is certain. Where laughter lives, the tree will never stop growing. What about you? Do you laugh at silly things? Do people call you strange? Don't hide your joy. It might be your greatest gift, just like it was for George. Laugh anyway. Laugh when you're happy. Laugh when you're nervous. Laugh when no one else does. Because joy is power. And sometimes, a giggle can change the world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more fun English lessons.